It goes without saying that weapons are important no matter what you do in Red Dead Online. You can be a player who wants to spend your time playing in Showdown series against other players in which you obviously need weapons. Or you can be a player who enjoys PvE more and you want to spend your time going through missions or roles. Yet again, you need weapons. But with all of that said, you don't need every weapon within the game. In this video, I'll be going through the most useful weapons that every player needs. Before I do get into the video, if you enjoy the content here and want to see a bit more from me, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Every single week, I'm giving you the latest tips and the latest news around Red Dead Online. So if you do want to stay up to date, then make sure you are following the channel. If you want to take it a step further, then there is a link in the description down below, which will take you to my second YouTube channel. Over there, we're not covering Red Dead, but we are going through the latest games during live streams. So if you do want to see that, there is a link in the description down below. Getting back into the video, everyone has their own preferences when it comes to certain weapons within game. That's all perfectly fine. In this video, I'm going to be going through the weapons that are a must. These are weapons that I use on a regular basis to do multiple jobs. We're not just talking about hopping into a showdown series to be the most overpowered player in the session. Although we do take that into consideration, we're looking at how that weapon is used across all playstyles. So you can put your money or gold bars into something that you can use in multiple areas of the game. Starting off, the first weapon that every player must be buying into, and this is a must. This is the Varmint Rifle. To unlock this weapon, you first need to reach rank 8 for your character, and then you'll need to spend either 3 gold bars or $72. This is one of the best investments that you can make in game because of everything that you can do. Going off weapon stats, it has 42 damage, 65 fire rate, 76 accuracy, 60 range, and 68 reload. It is of course a weapon that you can use when coming up to other players or other NPCs. But with this, you need to be clinical with your shots. It needs to be headshots only. If you're going to be shooting at any other part of the body, then unfortunately it's going to take a number of shots. And by the time you get all of those shots in, unfortunately, depending on what weapon your opponent is using, they're likely to get some good hits on you. But with this weapon, it's very quick to aim down sight, and if you do get a headshot, as most weapons are within the game, it's one-shot kill. But the real reason that you want to be getting this weapon is for everything else that you can do with it. Firstly, it's a great hunting weapon. If you come across a small animal and use the Varmint Rifle and take it down in one shot, it will maintain its quality. The Varmint Rifle is the only weapon within the game that can hold sedatives, so this is essential when going through the naturalist role. And finally, because of the little damage this weapon deals, it can also be used in the collector role to knock out bird eggs from nests that are stuck up in trees. All round for only $72 and reaching rank 8, this is a weapon that you must have within your loadout. The next weapon to go through is the bolt action rifle. The bolt action rifle can be unlocked once you reach rank 7 and costs $216 or 9 gold bars. This weapon will deal 72 damage, has a 37 fire rate, 82 accuracy, 75 range, and 55 reload. You can use this weapon when coming up into conflict, whether it be against other players or using it in PvE scenarios against other NPCs. But another big selling point for this weapon is that the bolt action rifle is the go-to weapon when hunting. This is hunting medium to large animals, as it will completely obliterate any small animals. If you're a player that predominantly wants to hunt within the game, then it's essential that you have a bolt action alongside a Varmint Rifle. That way you're able to take down all types of animals whilst maintaining the quality. The next weapon that you should be using is either a bow or an improved bow. This could actually be a replacement for a bolt action or even a Varmint Rifle if you don't want to use those weapons. The bow itself can be unlocked at rank 10, it costs $124 or 5 gold bars. The improved bow is unlocked whilst going through the naturalist role and it costs $275 or 11 gold bars. Despite saying improved bow, there isn't actually any statistical difference. The only difference is the way that it looks. You can also apply different variations to the improved bow if you really want to. The bow deals 60 damage, has a fire rate of 30, accuracy of 80, range of 40, and reload of 40. The reason a bow is part of this list is that it can be used for hunting. You can use the bow straight up to hunt medium-sized animals. If you want to hunt smaller animals, you'll need to buy a pamphlet where you're able to hunt small game. Another pamphlet that's very good is being able to craft dynamite arrows. Dynamite arrows can really make you that much more efficient within game. You can take out a number of enemies at the exact same time, either being gang hideouts or roadblocks. It just makes life a lot easier. It's also fun to use if you come up to a player that tries to grief you. You turn around with these dynamite arrows and they end up just quitting a lobby. The next weapon to have part of your loadout is the Lancaster Repeater. The Lancaster Repeater is the #1 weapon that players use when taking out other enemies, whether it be NPCs or players. You can unlock this at rank 12, it costs $243 or costs 10 gold bars. It deals 55 damage, has a fire rate of 59, accuracy of 76, range of 65 and reload of 70. It deals slightly lower damage compared to other repeating rifles, but the quick fire rate and good accuracy gives it the advantage. As with most weapons that we've talked about in this video, if you were to use them in conflict, you should be aiming for that headshot. So the lower damage shouldn't really matter too much unless you're prone to missing your shots quite regularly. But for most players, this is the go-to, and it's the exact same for me. The next weapon that you should have as part of your loadout is a pump action shotgun. This can be unlocked at rank 5, it costs $266.40 or 11 gold bars. It can deal 61 damage, has a fire rate of 47, accuracy of 37, range of 35 and reload of 60. In most areas for this weapon, it is bang average, but because of the large ammo capacity and the quick reload capabilities, it makes it slightly better and the go-to for most shotguns. This is a weapon very similar to the likes of the Lancaster Repeater, which is used to take out other enemies. It's fun to run around and it's fun to take them out, but a huge bulk of players also use this when taking out legendary animals. There is a very small amount of people that actually use the elephant rifle, as most see the elephant rifle as being the best weapon to take out legendary animals, only because the elephant rifle was added to the game with the Naturalist update, but it really isn't. The elephant rifle is awful to take out legendary animals. Instead, use the pump action shotgun. The pump action shotgun deals enough damage for you to take down those slightly larger animals, whilst it also pushing the smaller animals to the ground. It really doesn't take too many shots for you to take down a legendary animal, either skin them or pick them up to stow them on the back of your horse or in your hunting wagon. And as someone that constantly feeds legendary animal materials into my trader, I'm doing this quite regularly. The next weapon to talk about is the Carcano rifle. This weapon is by far the hardest weapon to unlock within this video. For this, you need to reach rank 50 before you can unlock it, and even then it's going to cost you $456 or 19 gold bars. With the Carcano, I never really used to use it. I thought the weapons that I've already mentioned within this video were good enough for me. But recently I had to start using this, especially when Call to Arms was added to the game. Call to Arms is a survival mode that's been added with this latest Blood Money update. The reason I had to start using the Carcano was because in the Fort Mercer Call to Arms survival mode, there is enemies around the fort which use cannons to take you out. The best way to take out these enemies before they take you out is to use a long range weapon, in this case the Carcano. The Carcano is brilliant for taking those long shots, and since then I've been using it in other areas and it's made life a lot easier. It also makes life easier when hunting. Yes, the bolt action rifle and the bow are both great when trying to hunt, but with the Carcano you can actually be at a much further distance and still get a perfect shot to retrieve a perfect pelt. Of course, this only works for medium or large animals which maintain its quality, because using this on small animals will absolutely obliterate them. Now these are the weapons that I use the most when going through Red Dead, whether it be me playing through Showdown series, fighting against other players, going through a bit of PvP, or me going into free roam where I'm playing through different types of missions and different types of roles. They can easily cross over to and from both aspects for these different playstyles. The only other two weapons that I use within the game don't really have a purpose, it's just that they're fun to use. I really like using a dual-wield Navy revolver. This will cost you $275 or 11 gold bars. If you're dual-wielding this, you'll have to buy this twice. The other weapon that I use quite regularly is the volcanic pistol. For this one, you need to reach rank 21, it'll cost you $270 or 11 gold bars. These weapons don't do anything special, such as shooting different types of bird eggs out of trees, or being able to hunt different types of animals within the world. They are just fun to use. One thing that is essential, especially if you're going to be dealing with revolvers or pistols, is for you to get a secondary holster. A second weapon holster will allow you to dual wield your weapons. And even though full of revolvers and pistols, they're not really essential to the game, they are incredibly fun to use and they're twice as fun when you're dual wielding them. So even though technically it's not a weapon and really shouldn't belong within this video, I do highly recommend trying to get a second weapon holster from the gunsmith, because it does make using revolvers and pistols a lot more entertaining. Anyway guys, these are the most useful weapons within Red Dead Online, with a few honorable mentions. If you agree or disagree with this list, then please let me know in the comment section down below. I'm also curious, what is your favorite weapon within Red Dead Online? But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going, so see ya.